Flicker and Burn by T.M. Goldline, and this is the second book in the series about this girl named Sarah Jane, and she is kind of running from a lot of things, in particular these creepy creatures, and she's trying to run towards her family while also evading the crooked cops and her uncle. If You Could Be Mine by Sarah Farzan, and this is about two girls who are best friends and they're in love with each other, which would not be a problem in the United States of America, but they don't live here. They live in Iran, I believe, and basically they can't be together, they can't tell their parents, and one of them, her parents are like, hey, we're gonna put you in this arranged marriage with this awesome doctor dude, and the other friend is like, hey, what if I get a sex change, and that way this can be an acceptable thing. And so this sounds like, oh my gosh, all the things are happening, but I think it would be a good read for sure. Soul Broken by Heather Brewer, and this is the second book in the series for this series, and this is more of a fantasy series, and oh my gosh, all of the girls in power this week. Like, I don't know what it is. There's only like one book with one guy main character, and the rest of them are just like girl power for sure. And this girl, she is like soulbound to this one guy who was her trainer and all this other stuff, and he gets sent away for one reason or another. And so homegirl, Kaya, I believe her name is, she decides that she wants to get into the military, but to do so for some reason she has to run away, and she meets this other guy, and then she runs into the first guy, and he's like, I got this truth about the other guy. There's a lot of stuff going on in this novel, but it sounds kind of kick-butt awesome because it's fantasy and it stars a girl. It does do that. Dune by Carrie Corp and Lori Langdon, and this is actually kind of a not so retelling. It's based off the premise of Brigadoon, a musical, which I've never seen. I think I've heard of the name before, but I've never seen it before. Basically, the story in this book is that this girl, she sees this guy. No one else can, basically, you know, in her mind, she can see him. No one else can see him. And even when she goes off to Scotland for the summer, he's there in a kilt and all that. And so another, not really fantasy, but kind of a fairy tale in real life. Asylum by Madeline Rue, and this is about this guy named Dan who goes on a college prep thing. I don't know if it's during the summer or what, but it just said college prep, goes into a dorm, finds out that it was an insane asylum back in the day, and so he and his friends, of course, decide that they're going to explore this building, and yeah, strange things follow. This involves photography, which has been said to be kind of like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which was a very, very good novel. The Life Beyond by Susan Whitaker, and this is the second book in this series. There's a lot of sequels this week, but this one involves this girl's dad getting rabies and this one guy's sister being a weeper. Not quite zombie, but definitely kind of like apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic kind of stuff going on, and these two people are just trying to survive. You know, you're just trying to make it. And now for the most hyped up book of the year so far, all of that, which is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And this is about a girl who, she is a clairvoyant. They call them voyants in this society. They're not welcome there. And basically she is a part of this like underground group that kind of breaks into people's minds to learn things about the government and whatnot. And somehow she gets caught and they decide that she needs training. And of course she's being trained with these people that she hates. And so this, other than the training with people she hates, she's training with the, you know, the stuff that she needs to know to, you know, do her stuff properly. I can't use words today. What is this? It seems like it would be great for fans of Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass, possibly, maybe. It sounds kind of like that, where like there's a girl who's been, you know, going down the rough road, and they're like, hey, we're gonna use you for maybe not really the best of good, but close enough. Close enough. Yeah. So that's all for this week on New Release Tuesday. Hope to see you next Tuesday for another one of these videos. And yep, hope you have a great week and see you then.